All right. So my last review of the day is going to be for a film called Fruits. Forbidden Fruits is a movie that's adapted from a stage play there, a stage play called Of the Woman Came in the Beginning of Sin, and through her we all die, and through her we all die there. So that's the name of the stage play. So a mouthful there of a stage play. And what is this about? So it's kind of like very Mean Girls, Heathers, The Craft. If you kind of take those movies and kind of mix them all together, where you have kind of this in group of girls, these in group of women here, who's played by you have Lily Reinhardt in this, you have Victoria Pedretti there. People I know, Haunting of Hill House. She's been a lot of the Mike Flanagan stuff like that. She was in that season 2, I think it was, of You, or season 3 of You there. Is the girlfriend of Joe, the wife there of Joe. And then you also have Alexandra Shipp, who was in X-Men. She played Storm.
Right.
And there she's in that. And so they're kind of the in girls. They're the popular girls of this mall that we see. They run like this, they work at this fashion store there. And then they have like a manager there of the store. We never see. It's a very like, you watch Powerpuff Girls and you try to see, one of the characters, and you see their legs and you see that. It's like you never actually get to see who the actual manager of the story is. But one of the characters trying to position to be the new manager of the store there. But there's a new girl that comes into play there, who's played by Lola Tung there, and then all the characters, they're named after like fruits there. The main girl is Apple, and then you have Pumpkin, who's the new girl, and then you have Cherry, who's Victoria Pedretti's character, and then you have Fig, who's Alexandra Shipp there. So yeah, they all play they're all named after fruits there. But yeah, it's just about her kind of getting into this kind of world and experiencing kind of what it's like of these, very popular girls at this mall. And the movie only takes place in the mall. You don't see any other setting of it other than the mall there. And then, I mean, you're from Texas. I wonder if, maybe if you watch this movie, you'll catch some iconography because it's set in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
So it's supposed to be, set in Dallas and everything like that. I think they filmed the movie, I think in like Canada, I think, or something, but they try to replicate a lot of like Dallas, like mall and everything like that of this. They try to kind of replicate that. So I didn't know really what to go into with this movie too much there, like where it was kind of going to go. And it kind of seems like the movie's examining toxic kind of maybe femininity there, because you have the Lily Reinhardt character there, who's Apple, who kind of, she's the alpha, she's the queen, she's the one that orders everyone around, you know what I mean, and does things like that. And the way she kind of treats certain people in the group, especially Victoria Pedretti's character who plays Cherry, the way she kind of dictates her life and what she does, and it keeps her on like the schedule there, and how kind of that operates there. All these kind of women are in some way kind of afraid of her there. And you see that, and it seems like it's trying to really kind of examine a lot of those things in it, which I thought was kind of interesting there with that. And it kind of, it's, mentioning comedies like Mean Girls there, and which also Heathers, which is kind of darkly humorous Heathers, like especially people know the premise of that, of like this girl going around killing them. It kind of has that a little bit aspect to it as well there. And in the way it kind of ends up there, and we see through, of course, in this trailer, there's some, kind of disastrous things that do happen and where it's kind of leading to. I think it is kind of interesting to see where it kind of goes there. I don't know if it lands the ending 100%. For sure there, but I did like seeing these actors and seeing them all kind of together, and then seeing their chemistry together and working well off each other. I think they did do a great job at that. Will it be an immediate kind of cult classic like a lot of the movies I just named there, seems like it's trying to draw inspiration from? I don't know. I think it'll be hard to say there. Definitely the look of the movie, the costume of design of the movie is really good. Like you see a lot of the actors in the movie and the way they dress. Definitely for sure. You know what I mean? I think you'll get a lot of people get a lot of inspiration from that, especially Lily Reinhardt's character Apple. She always is dressed really super well, really super nice there throughout the whole movie, which looks really amazing.
Mm.
But yeah, just to see that kind of aspect of these type of groups there and how that can, these type of female hierarchy dynamics and how it can be used in a negative sense, I thought was kind of very interesting and a very interesting kind of outlook on that. Very well there. So for me, I would kind of give the movie a stream it for
Okay.
there. You got any thoughts on it a little bit?
They should have kept the original title of the play, is what I think they should have done.
I of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Hey, if Fiona Apple can make her second album be like a 90-word poem, surely this movie can get away with something similar.
Yeah, she should have cameoed in the movie. Fiona Apple. Yeah, she should have been in. Should have been the mother. That'd been more fun.
No, they have criminal playing on the background in the mall while they do all their scandalous deeds.
Oh man. Yeah. So I thought it was a nice movie there. I don't know if it's still in theaters. That it's a smaller movie, had a little bit of a smaller release. So I don't know if it's still there. But if you can catch it, I think it'll be fun there. But maybe better to see it at home. Maybe on like maybe something if you have Netflix, if it comes on one of those platforms. I think
Right.
it kind of work there. And then yeah, where it goes is, I mean, it's not like it's the drama, but that movie. But where it goes is kind of like, okay, and this is a little weird, but all right, I'm kind of working with it a little bit.
I like wacky and weird movies, so you may have sold me on this slightly.
Yeah. So that was my thoughts on Forbidden Fruits there.